So hopefully you guys do not hear my air conditioner in the back, as it has begun to get hot in this area. Anyway, so we're going to talk about Void Erosion Purge 27. Void Erosion Purge 27 is unique. It has a wide open area. The enemies are weak against burst and they're weak against toxic. One of the most common, I know maybe not weak against burst. I think they're weak against Pierce. I think they're weak against Pierce, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. Using Freyna will be the choice for Void Erosion Purge 27. And with using Freyna for Void Erosion Purge 27, you are going to want a decent loadout. Now, a lot of people have gone with kitting out the Malevolent. The Malevolent's a good weapon. The Malevolent is very good at what it does. You can go to the version reinforcement and come down here to get some of the cogwheels, and it does extra bounce and stuff. I don't do any of that, right? So version reinforcement, starting off, you're gonna want toxic rounds. I do go with the strike point amplification, and I do always go with the risk mitigation protocol. The only thing that I change in my Void Erosion build videos is I change either to, I think I pointed at the chill rounds and said toxic, but toxic, electric, blah blah blah, right? You're never really using fire, nothing really weak against fire in Void Erosion Purge. So Malevolent, a kitted out Malevolent is going to look like, it's not going to look like this. This is not a kitted out one, but I bring these mediocre builds to you so that you can see that even a non-top tier weapon can still get through the Void Erosion Purge. You're going to want fire attack 10. You're going to want fire rate 10. You're going to want toxic attack 10. You're going to want, in my opinion, for the greens, it's either going to be 2 fire rates, but I mean, if you can get 2 fire rate 10s, you should go buy a lotto ticket as well. So, because it's kind of hard to do. It's got 5 or 4 options there: rounds per magazine, attribute, status effect, trigger, fire rate, and I want to say maybe recoil. I'm not sure, but maybe 4 or 5 things. But I'm gonna do rounds per magazine times 10, and I would do fire rate. Now, going to the firearm critical hit rate, firearm attack, critical hit damage, toxic attack. These are no-brainers. These are easy. These are easy to readjust, reaffirm. It does take a lot of the adjustment gold bars to get that. Now, I do like using Fallen Hope. Now, I got a little bit of allergies going on, so if I do a significant amount of pausing in the videos because I cannot breathe. So I'm trying my best here with the weather changes. Fallen Hope is what I went with. Fallen Hope with a firearm attack at 10. We have firearm attack again at 10, and then we have toxic attack 10, fire rate 10, and the arm shot accuracy at 10. The arm shot accuracy is good for the Fallen Hope because the Fallen Hope loses its accuracy like natively to the weapon for some reason. I think it has a negative 20% arm shot accuracy. You're going to want the toxic attack and critical hit damage, fire, crit rate, firearm attack. Now, the Sigor's proof, not bad, but it's got the Mad Bomber thing going on for it. I haven't kitted it out. I mean, I don't even use it in the Void Erosion Purge, but if I could use it like more kitted out, could do more damage, I would use it just for funsies. For the overall build, now again, I'm using regular Freyna. If you have Ultimate Freyna, it's going to be significantly easier, as Ultimate Freyna outshines regular Freyna tenfold. So going into her build, now we're going to do the contagion. That's going to spread the poison everywhere. It's going to kill an enemy gets killed, then they spread the poison to the next enemy, they spread it to the next enemy. We go with the skill effect range, MP accelerant, focus on tag. But we got the things that knock down our skill cooldown. But then we have the amplification. Now, the tech skill power modifier greatly boosts our ticks. So if you went crit, you get big numbers occasionally. With the amplification, you get big numbers, but they're not crits. So we're talking, if it was a crit build, it'd be like 139 crit, maybe 81 base. With the amplification, you get 109 base, 106 base constantly, right? So toxic amplification, tech amplification, boost both of those up. The psychological victory is there for when we get tagged, because you will get tagged a lot. And so we got an MP recovery modifier because my MP isn't that high, and the incoming damage modifier. We want our skill cooldowns to be as much as possible, and we got a little bit of HP, we got a little bit of defense. If you are still struggling in the defense department, you can change out for a better defensive mod, but I digress. The skill power modifier here added a little extra oomph to the build with the amplification, so I do like that. Going with our reactor, we got the Toxic Mechanics reactor, and this is going to be a toxic power ratio tech power boost. I haven't found the perfect one yet, so this is what I do have. I got the assault rifle, the tactical rifle, and the launcher class. Tac rifle to get replaced with the hand cannon for the Malevolent, but I didn't have the tools to move it over. But anyway, an imperfect reactor is fine, but again, reactors do matter, because when I switch over to Malevolent, my poison isn't doing what it should be doing, because my skill power gets lower because I do not meet the optimization conditions. I do not like going with the Slayer set. You can go with the Slayer set, as it will benefit you with the I think the max general rounds, but increase the HP here. An increase to HP and an MP recovery in combat would have been helpful. And then we want to go with the shield recovery out of combat, along with, what was the other thing that we could get? Something else besides this one. But again, I'm going for the 4-piece set. In Void Erosion Purge 27, it really didn't matter what I had here, but I went with this because it gives me the assault rifle attribute trigger effect rate. It gives me the toxic skill power bonus boost, skill power modifier, which I like. It stacks up to 10 times. I really wanted all that. Here we're looking for defense, and we're looking for something else besides exceed search radius. So defense is the big thing here. Without this, you're really losing out on a lot of defense, because if you get the defense here, you get the defense there, then you get a lot of defense there. So 2 defensive mods. If I had a better module on my Descendant 4, defense wise, the defense will kind of be a little bit through the roof, be like 30,000, putting on like a real defensive mod. And then when I went for the Venom Essence processor, we want max shield and shield recovery modifier. These are big, as you know, you want your shield to come back to keep blocking you from those pop shot damages before they start taking away at your HP. And again, if you're using defensive mechanism and you're actually taking hits and enemies are getting coated into poison, then you're doing some arcade tuning. The arcade tuning really isn't a big deal here. As you can see, I don't have my Freyna like maxed out here, but what you are going to probably go with, because Freyna does need it, is you're probably going to be looking at you're going to be you're not going to be going this route, you're going to be going this way, and you're going to probably be going up for the skill cooldown, and you're going to be coming around and down to the skill power, similar to VS's arcade tuning factor. Is you want your skill cooldowns, you want the MP, you want the MP modifier, you want everything that kind of goes with MP cooldowns and skill cost reduction. Again, Freyna has a good base build for her defense. I want to say it sits at a base 2,000, so to build up on that defense is not much, is not needed as much, because she has a pretty thick exterior for the character. All in all, you're going to be looking at this as an overall, you're going to be smashing and dashing. It's a lot with the Void Erosions that you're smashing and dashing. You're throwing out your poison, you're hitting them with the Fallen Hope, you're clearing up mobs with the Malevolent, and that's the thing that Freyna kind of ran into trouble with her nerfs that happened back in the day and the buffs that came back to her, is that she's not melting enemies before they spawn like she used to. She kind of takes a little bit to kill the enemies, but Ultimate Freyna may not have that same issue, as her Zero Room Trauma changes into Corrosion with one of her better mods, and that lowers the enemy's defense to toxic resistance. So again, Ultimate Freyna is going to be the better choice here, but regular Freyna is an okay choice overall. So hopefully this video did end up helping you guys out on clearing Void Erosion 27 and getting to the next stage of Void Erosion 28. Check it out for the channel here. I'll probably have 27, 28, and 29 located here, or 26 if you're still stuck there. Like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.